Improving how men fare in relationships is the subject of today's Trib University segment. We're getting some advice via a guy, last name Love, who wasn't showing the love and as a result nearly lost his wife. Tribune's Jenniffer Weigel spoke with Mr. Love, who also has a book out. First of all, I got to ask you, Jen, is that a pseudonym? Or is that really his name?
No, that's his real name, Mike Love. Can you believe it? No
and
pressure.
had to learn to show the love. Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a spiritual something there going on there.
But he had been married for 18 years before he got the memo. That's the thing that's so amazing to me. So his book is called Confessions of a Recovering Stupid Male.
Okay.
He admits
You gotta
that
love
he was.
it.
Yeah, he was a stupid male. I said, well, what is a stupid male? He said, a male who doesn't want to change, a male who doesn't want to listen, communicate, and just wants to designate everything his way or no way. And he said that's how he was for 18 years. I said, okay, first of all, your wife should be a saint because she put up with you for 18 years, but that's a whole other column. But he said that he had this aha moment. They had this huge fight, and it was like, well, get out. If you don't like it, get out kind of thing. He thought it was over, a straw that broke the camel's back. He went to see the movie Bruce Almighty with, Jim Carrey, the whole theme of you don't know what you have until it's lost. And he just realized, if I don't change, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. So that day, he decided,
moment.
This is it. I'm going to make some changes. And he says, the biggest mistake that he thinks that he sees women make over and over again is that they don't believe in themselves. How about
So
that?
he not only takes this from the male point of view, from the female, because really we could say, oh yeah, the stupid male
Blame
is
it
the
on
guy,
guys, blame it on guys, yeah.
But a relationship is always a two-way street.
Exactly, and he says, problems with women. He said what he sees is, and I had to get it here, Monica, because it's so great. The number one reason why women stay in relationships, other than financial reasons, is that they have low self-esteem. And they believe they aren't powerful, if they aren't whole, if they don't have a man. So he says, a year ago, the Dalai Lama said that the fate of the planet rests on Western women. He came across that on the internet. He's like, that should have been the front page story, but it never was.
That's pretty
wild.
wild.
Women don't realize the power that they have and the esteem that they should be, carrying around. So I thought that was kind of interesting from a stupid male.
Well, is he kind of saying that if his wife is falling into that category, that perhaps had she stepped up to the plate sooner and said, that's it, you're out of here, that maybe that aha moment would have happened that much sooner. It's just like we all sort of codepend on each other, and then it just keeps cycling out of control.
The ring around the rosy just keeps doing the dance, And so, admittedly, he said the two of them had to come to a conclusion. It took a long time for her to trust him again. And again, I think she's a really great lady to stick around for 18 years. If he's admittedly, very mean and fighting all the time and verbally abusive, he said he was never physically abusive, but he was verbally abusive. So it's an interesting read, I think, for men and women to get the perspective and to realize that we all have to come to the table with something. We all have to make changes.
And look in the mirror sometimes and see the flaws and work on them. Yeah, not so easy. What name of the book again?
Confessions of a Recovering Stupid Male.
Okay. And you can read more about it, of course, in your column, and that's at tribuniversity.com. Thanks, Jen.
You bet.